let me tell y'all. Just let me tell y'all. I love me a young man. I do love me a young man. Not as young as like 17, 16, anything over 18. I love a young man. And I'm looking at Cairo, and it's kind of like that is one of he is one of them types that can just slide onto my DMs. How old is Cairo? Is he 19? Is he 20? If he 19 or 20, I can get with it. Even though I'm 27. But most young men that age be hitting me up on in my DMs all the time. And I don't know if it's because I look like I'm their age and I don't look like I'm 27 years old, but that is all that hits me up all the time. That's all that hits me up. However, that just me saying that Cairo is fine as a motherfucker, and there's nothing else to be said about that. Sheree has made some beautiful, 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 beautiful children, and Cairo is one of them. Is probably her most beautiful creation of all, besides Tierra. Because I was just looking at that photo shoot, and I was like, okay, now, all right, give it to the people. Give it to the motherfucking people. But we get into the photo shoot, and Sheree is being momager. And Cairo got the look to be a model, to be quite honest. He do got the look. I mean, he got the facial features, he got the body, he got the looks, he got all of it. I could see him modeling Calvin Klein in some drawers or some shit like that. I can see that. But I'm just figuring out, is this something that he really wants to do, or is this just a part of Sheree's storyline so she can keep her peach besides being messy? Because I'm just trying to figure that out. Because I don't know if that's something that he really wants to do. But okay, if that's what he really wants to do, Sheree, I'll believe you if that's what he really wants to do. But my mind and my third and fourth eye is telling me that ain't what he want to do. He just doing it to appease your ass for your storyline so you can stay on the show so you can get through with Chateau Sheree. That's what I think. But it is what it is. So Bob comes in and he like, you know what I'm saying? Why y'all got my son naked and everything like that? But he was talking about, remember when you first met me, and Sheree was like, and you didn't look nothing like that. But like I said, even though I do believe that Sheree is only doing this photo shoot and trying to make Cairo a model for the sake of a storyline, I do love her and Bob together. So I'm just gonna leave it alone. But I do love her and Bob together. That's all I can say about that. Later on down the line, Sheree sits and she talks to Cynthia about Cairo's modeling career. And because Cynthia was a model back in the day, which I don't remember nothing, which I really don't remember nothing she ever posed in, or no magazine spread she ever fucking did in the past. But she was a model. Let's just say that. But she was a fucking model, and she felt like she was the right one. Now, as Cynthia was giving out her opinion and what she thinks about him being a model, Sheree looking at her like she don't know what the fuck she talking about. But just like Cynthia said, you just focus on Chateau Sheree and let me focus on the modeling, because I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've been in this industry. And when Sheree said that she would love to see Cairo in New York Fashion Week, it's like, girl, that is the highest thing to be a part of, and you got to work your way up. Just because he got that body, them looks, them nice teeth and everything else, don't mean that he gonna automatically be in motherfucking New York Fashion Week. You got to work for that. You got to earn that shit. You just don't get up in no shit like that, Sheree. Like, girl, just stick to working out, stick to Chateau Sheree, and stick to being messy and holding your motherfucking peach, because you don't know shit about the modeling business. You just don't know nothing about it. So at the end of the day, girl, just continue on with the shit. So Portia and Todd, they go to dinner. They have dinner with Lauren and Mama Portia, which is Miss Diane. And apparently Todd already had two kids, which is a 16-year-old and a 40-year-old. How the fuck old is Todd, and was he a teenager when he had them damn kids? Because he looked damn good to have a 14 and a 16-year-old child. You know what I'm saying? But he said that him and Portia are happy, and he just likes the pace that he's going in. And Portia felt like she made made a mistake last year with Duke throwing him parties and shit and giving him trophies and everything like that. And she ran the motherfucker off. Which she did. Portia did a little bit too much when she got with Duke. You know what I'm saying? She was so happy to have a motherfucking man, you know what I'm saying, that she just really didn't know what to do with herself. She was so excited to have one. So with that being said, she's just trying to move, trying to go along with the flow and just do what the fuck he feels to do. And I feel like that's just the right pace for her to move in, because at the end of the day, you don't want to run no man off. You've been trying to get you a good man ever since you and Cordell didn't work. So just try to stick and move. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't try to move too far into the situation. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to move too fast in the situation. So then we get into Cynthia. You know, she was looking at this house, her and Noelle, that was looking at this lake house, because, you know, with her and Peter going through their divorce, you know, Peter wants to sell the house, although it's in Cynthia's name, but he wants to sell the house because he don't want another man to be in the house that he shared with Cynthia during their marriage, which I do understand. Who would want their wife, their ex-wife, to be in the same house that we was fucking in and making kids in and everything like that with a whole nother man? I wouldn't feel right with that either if I was married to somebody and they bring their nigga in the house that I share with them. Like, I wouldn't like that. I don't want to be none of my motherfucking business anymore. But remember, that was my house. We shared memories in this house. We took pictures in this house. Get another house, bitch. That's how I feel too. But the deal went through, and her and Noelle will be moving. And as sad as Cynthia is to say that this divorce is over, she just ready to move on to her new house, and I can't say I blame her. So, you know, shout out to Cynthia. And I'm surprised that Cynthia ain't really got on my nerves this season, because I ain't really had to bash Cynthia at fucking all, and I'm kind of happy about that. So yeah, let's just get into the next thing. What was next? So Kenya, her dad comes into town because, you know, she had a conversation with her dad about how immature Matt being and how abusive he's acting and how he's been acting out and everything like that, and she feels like he needs to talk to her father. She does think that Matt loves her, but at the same point in time, she thinks that he needs to have a conversation with her father. You know what I'm saying? And her father feels like if he's not the one for you, he needs to get the fuck on, because a man that acting like Matt don't really love you. You know what I'm saying? And I understand where he coming from. I mean, Kenya wants to feel like this man love her. But, and I'm not denying that he does. Some people really don't know how to show you their feelings. Some people really don't know how to show you love in a correct manner. Some people don't. Not making excuses for his behavior, because there are no excuses for it. But sometimes people really don't know how to show nobody love. And I think that's what the case is with Matt. So then we get into the meetup. And at first, you know, Kenya pretty much tells her daddy that Matt don't want to show up. He said he ain't coming. So he tells Kenya to call Matt. She called Matt. Her daddy get the phone. He said he would have loved to meet him, but he feels manipulated. Kenya is manipulating the situation to make herself look like a victim. But at the same time, Matt, you brought it upon yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're giving her a reason to manipulate the situation. You know what I mean? Like, you are wrong. No matter how manipulative and crazy Kenya might come off as, it doesn't give you no right to be acting like a enraged, violent ass maniac and scaring her ass like that. Like, I don't give a fuck how hard her mouth go. That don't mean that you need to be acting like a damn fool. You really don't. So all that, fuck that, man. He finally comes and they have a conversation, and he really wants to put all the blame on Kenya. I think both of you need to take responsibility for why the relationship isn't working. Kenya needs to take responsibility for always manipulating shit with the cameras, but you also need to take responsibility for being violent and kicking windows in and shit, because that shit ain't cool either, Matt. Like, you and Kenya both need to take some of the blame here. It ain't just Kenya's fault. It ain't just Matt's fault. It's Kenya and Matt's fault for the shit not working out. And until y'all realize that, the relationship will continue to be what the fuck it is, in the fucking dumps. So at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck who you bring into it. I don't care if you bring your daddy into it. I don't give a fuck if you bring Dr. Heavenly into the motherfucking situation. At the end of the day, y'all got to take responsibility for why y'all relationship is where the fuck it is. And y'all put it there. So that is nobody's fault but your own. So we get into Candy and her Candy Factory goons. And they sit down, and as they're having a conversation, Phaedra's assistant calls Candy and tells her that Phaedra wants to arrange a meeting with her so they can talk. Now, this is what I don't like. Because I am Team Candy with this Phaedra shit. That's number one. I'm gonna let y'all know that right now. I'm Team Candy on this whole situation. Biased or whatever you wanna call me. I'm Team Candy on that. But let me just address this. I don't like how she sits around with these motherfuckers and they all act like they ain't got nothing else to do but go in on Phaedra. You know what I mean? Like, or anybody else. Like, they no worse than Mama Joyce. You know what I'm saying? Like, they act just like Mama Joyce do. Like, I don't understand why the fuck they be so worried about Phaedra when Phaedra ain't saying a mumbling word about none of them. Kwame just need to worry about whether Mama Joyce gonna throw another kitten here at her. Kwame just need to sit there and look cute. And Don Juan, boy, you know what I'm saying? Like, I really try to refrain from going in on you because I know you watch my videos from time to time. But I'm just getting tired of your Hayes Franklin looking ass always having something to say and being an outright queen sometimes. I'm really tired of you doing it. I just want Candy to stop discussing shit with y'all. I know y'all her friends, but at the same point in time, like, y'all be doing the most. Just like y'all did with Portia and Shamia last year. Y'all be doing the fucking most sometimes. And I just really want all of you to shut the fuck up. Honestly. Please shut the fuck up. But anyway. After that, Candy goes on and she meets up with Phaedra at the restaurant and they sit down. Now, Phaedra wants to discuss the situation with Mama Joyce because she didn't like the shit that Mama Joyce said regarding the bomb threat incident. And, you know, she felt like Candy needed to check her about it. But Candy feels like, you know, she thinks that I'm going to sit up here and let her talk, you know, sit around and just discuss the situation with my mom when I really need to discuss what really went on between me and her. And what I don't like about the situation is everybody is so quick to go in on Candy and make her out like she's like the worst person in the world to Phaedra when that's not even the case. And I'm so over it. Like, Phaedra was a fake ass bitch to Candy, and that's just real talk to me. I can't stand it when somebody, and I've said this in countless motherfucking videos, I hate it when someone feels a way about you and they don't tell you. They tell everybody else how they feel about you, but they don't have the balls or the pubic hairs of their pussy to tell you how the fuck they feel about you. If you're really friends with someone, if you have an issue with them, you let them know. Sometimes a motherfucker can have you blindly riding for their ass and you don't even know that they ain't fucking with you like that. And I hate it when people do that shit. And Phaedra is a big offender of that. All season 7, she sat there and Candy had no fucking clue that they had an issue until Portia and Nene said something. Why? Because those are the two people that Phaedra was telling that she had an issue with Candy. She sat there and said, oh, I never talked to Nene about you, when you was on camera sitting there saying, out of all the people in my group, you have been the most supportive. And I just thought it would have been Candy, but it wasn't. Why didn't you tell Candy that? And then when Candy confronts you and asks you, do we have a problem? You said that everything was good. But then when you're around other people, you want to say, you know what I'm saying? We ain't good because Candy ain't been there for me. All of this shit between Candy and Phaedra started from the moment that Phaedra decided not to address her issues and her problems with Candy to Candy. She went to Nene, of all people who don't even like Candy, to discuss her issues with Candy. And I feel like that's why Candy really bothered. Because at the end of the day, people want to bring up the shit with, okay, Candy was cool with Kenya. You know what I'm saying? Because Kenya did Phaedra like a dog, but she was still cool with Kenya. But at the end of the day, Candy never talked about Phaedra to Kenya. If anything, Candy always defended Phaedra against Kenya and every fucking body else on the fucking show. She was always loyal and ride or die to Phaedra. All the time. Even at the time where she was blindly loyal to that bitch. When that bitch was a fucking dog. A fake ass dog at that. You know what I mean? A bitch that was just a snake in every which way possible. She stood by Phaedra through all her snaky behavior. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it take Candy not to answer a few text messages and a few phone calls for her to turn on her and make her out to be the worst person in the motherfucking world. You know what I'm saying? And all of this, and then everybody was saying, oh, Candy turned on Phaedra because of her husband. What position do you expect Candy to take when her husband was the one that was doing a workout DVD and Phaedra did not pay her fucking husband what the fuck she was supposed to pay him until the week before the taping of the fucking reunion? How the fuck do you think Candy's supposed to feel? You think that she's supposed to be still happy-go-lucky? Bitch, you need to pay my husband the money. It's coming between me and you. I'm friends with you. I have to lay with this man every night and you ain't paying him his money. And now both of y'all are in my motherfucking ear. What position did you expect her to take? Because Phaedra took, Phaedra decided to take whatever other position she took besides her and Candy being friends, because Candy was going through a lot of things just as well as Phaedra was, but Phaedra was so motherfucking selfish because she was going through a fucking divorce and all of that stuff when she was all apparently already talking to other motherfuckers, but yet want to be the motherfucking victim and do a pity party. That's why I can't fucking fuck with Phaedra, okay? She's a phony fake ass bitch, and that's why Candy's fucking upset about the situation. You know what I'm saying? She's mad because this bitch got her out here looking like a damn fool and everybody thinking she's a fake ass friend when Phaedra was the one who wasn't keeping the 100 in the first place. If only you would have said, Candy, you haven't been there for me. I feel like you ain't been there for me. That's the issue. Whatever. You didn't do that. When Candy asked you what the fuck your motherfucking problem was, you kept mum and didn't say shit. But when it came down to Nene and Portia, those are the two bitches that you decided to tell that you had a problem with Candy when Candy already asked you, was there a fucking problem? I hate it when people have an issue with you and they don't fucking tell you. They tell everybody and their mama but you. But have you out here looking like a damn fool. That's the shit I don't like. That's the shit I don't respect. I will respect the person enough if they would tell me what the fuck their issue is. Because I don't mind. If I got an issue with you, I'm going to tell you this shit. But if a motherfucker got an issue with me and they ain't man enough or woman enough to address me, I'm not going to address it because I'm not the one with the motherfucking issue. Period. So I really wish that you motherfuckers out there would just know what it is. Candy is upset because Phaedra basically made her look like a damn fool. She really did. She out here telling everybody else what her issue is, but then Candy right out here looking like a damn, looking oblivious to the fucking situation. She knew all of Phaedra tea and never put it out there. And y'all mad about this little shit that she did say regarding her marriage to Apollo? That ain't shit compared to all the other shit that she probably knows about her. So at the end of the day, fuck Phaedra. I know I'm probably going to get my ass chewed out for this, but fuck Phaedra because I'm just not on her side. I don't feel like Candy is put in a fair position in this situation. Everybody want to blame Candy, but ain't nobody looking at the shit that Phaedra did. You know what I'm saying? Phaedra contribute to the fact that her and Candy not friends no more. And that's just that. I don't give a fuck who got a problem with it. That's my motherfucking opinion. So with that being said, y'all, this is my review on Real Housewives of Atlanta. Everything is below. And I'm out of here, y'all. To my love and hip hop and K Michelle My Life review, I am out of here, you guys. Till then, peace. Shit. Fuck that frog lip looking bitch. Fuck her.